Today is a virtual school day, and nobody knows how to use any of their computers or has anything set up really. So it's a little chaotic here this morning at the Sturgis house. But here I am. Good morning. Hey Lisa. Hey Krista. Good morning, Rosa. Hey Megan. Good morning, Sarah. Hey Farrell and Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. Hi Randy. Hi everybody on the TikTok, and hi everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, I can see comments today, so go ahead and say stuff to me. How's everybody doing? Happy September. Oh, hello. Oops, I'm sorry. I just totally did that. Hello from Ottawa. Good morning, Valerie. Hi, Christine. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Anna. Hi, Tiffany and Lori. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Playboy. Good morning, Danny. Hey. Good morning, Brooke. Hi, Melissa. Good morning, Claudia. Thank you. I love my mug too. This is from Amato Ceramics. You can find them on Instagram. I don't get a kickback for that, but all right. Well, I'm feeling better today, so there's that. How are you guys doing? Like, how are you feeling? How was your sleeps? What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry. I have a shopping problem too when it comes to mugs and necklaces, so I totally understand. But you're supporting a small women-owned business when you buy the mugs. Oh, good. Zoe says she finally slept amazing. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mary Beth. Yeah, I finally slept too, which is so much needed. I'm seeing a lot of that. A lot of comments right now, people saying that they finally got some sleep, although not Anna. Everyone but Anna. Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to talk about it. I have some really great analogies that you're probably going to be like, oh no, Sarah. But we'll talk about that. And another deck wanted to come and talk to you guys for September 1st, and that's this one. So I think we're going to do that sooner than later. And of course, we're going to do some sensory card pulls just a little bit later on. So we will do that. Good morning, Courtney and Lauren. So there is that. Okay, let's just get started. It's 8:33. It's the time I like to do the things. I'm sorry, Christine. So, all right, let's just really quickly, it's Wednesday today, right? Okay, let's just kind of rewind a minute and touch base on everything that's happened. If you've not watched the Virgo season energy forecast, because I'm kind of doing the forecast differently now. I'm going by the astrological season and less with the first of the month. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of a shifting, because I don't think the dates matter that much anymore. Just like time doesn't seem to matter as much anymore. But the astrological shifting of the seasons does seem to have much more of an effect on the energy shifting. So it's the 1st of September, and we recognize that because it's real thing, sort of, right? But I don't feel like the energy for today is like a brand new energy. We're in Virgo season now. So if you haven't watched the Virgo season update, I suggest that you check in on that, because it might have something in there that's helpful for you. Although I did say in that Virgo season update, I'm being reminded that things were so wobbly and shifty that we really can't see through the whole thing. So we're touching base right now. Look, guys, it's been a shit show. There's no real way to to say that it hasn't been. And it's a collective shit show and an inner shit show, as above, so below. And we know this, we've been talking about it for a while. It's a little different sometimes, though, isn't it? When the shit show comes home and it's like right here. But it's also really like when you kind of pull out and see a bigger perspective, you saw this coming for the most part, probably, and it's something that needed to happen. So I used this example yesterday of a storm, which is, not ironic. It's just appropriate at this point. But imagine, a wide open plain and a massive storm is rolling through. The storm is incredibly powerful, but it's a wide open plain. There's not a whole lot there that can get damaged by this storm. It doesn't mean the storm isn't powerful, just means there's not a whole lot to fuck up there. Now, take that same plain and put a bunch of houses there that have faulty foundations, right? And have that same storm roll through, and you're going to have massive destruction. And that's the energy we're in right now. And that's why everybody is feeling this so differently. Everybody's plane, so to speak, is set up differently. And if you've been listening to me for a minute, or if you've been in Inner Sanctum for a minute, I have been asking you and reminding you constantly to look at those things in your life that are no longer feeling resonant for you. The things that don't resonate for you anymore, that are just not aligned, those are the things that don't have the strong foundation. And this is the energy that's going to really fuck that up. So this weekend, if you had a moment this weekend and it was intense, like I had a moment and it was a long fucking moment and I wasn't sure if I was going to come out on the other side, but here I am, look at me. But if that was you, it's because you maybe studiously ignored the fact that several of the houses that you left standing do not need to be there. Or if they're going to stay, they need to be altered somehow. They need to be shored up. Someone needs to come fix that foundation before that storm rolls through. And at this point, if you just look at your stuff and take assessment, what has lasted and what has not? What bullshit has been completely destroyed? And can you be happy about that a little bit, even though you're like, ah, right? Can you be happy about that? Because here's the thing. Where we're going, there is no space for bullshit, even though bullshit is much more comfortable than being raw and honest and exposing your true feelings and then having the world have to know what those are. For some reason, we think that we are going to get through life without being hurt if people don't know how we truly feel about things. And I don't know where that exactly, where the origin point of that is, but it's something a lot of us do carry with us. And moving into heart space means you can't have an armor over it. Because if this is going to be the most powerful place in you and you are buffering it with a big piece of armor, that's not going to do anything. It's very ineffective. So it is really scary sometimes. Well, no, it's always scary to put yourself out there and be vulnerable and to say, like, yes, I know that sometimes things hurt. I know that sometimes people will disappoint me, but it is what it is, right? We are living 100% now, all in, right? So again, with that analogy, not everybody is feeling a shit show. And I just told you why. It's because you didn't have things to blow up. So if you're not feeling it, that's fine. You don't need to always be in a shit show in order to, play the game. So just know that. That's not the goal. The goal is not to always be in some sort of spin. The goal is actually to find your peace and your center so that no matter what's going on around you, you at least have this. You have this eye in the storm. Okay? So with that being said, even if nothing's going on for you personally right now, the collective energy is really, really crazy right now, and it's very destructive. And this storm is like just it's continuing, it's escalating and escalating. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I do know that still, again, the message coming for me over and over and over is to get my own shit in order. Like, this is where I need to be focusing. It's really preferable sometimes to look outside of yourself, but I keep being reminded constantly that I need to be back here in my body, and I need to be in my present moment. And I tell you guys this all the time too. It's like the most annoying thing in the world to have to listen to myself. But right here in the present moment is the only place where your magic is effective. This is where your full consciousness is right now, right here, pointed right in this space, right? When we have anxiety or project into the future, we're like jumping into projected future timelines, right? But we don't have power there. So we don't have power there. If we jump to the past, we don't have power there either. So what happens when we do that is that we take some of our power away from the present moment and we put it into places where it can't even be used. And that makes us less efficient at making our own magic in the present moment. So, as much as you can, stay here right now, even if it's uncomfortable, because this is where you're going to do the biggest magic. And I promise you, as uncomfortable as it can be sometimes, it is so worth it. It is so worth it to step into that authenticity and to meet yourself and to say, okay, I not only accept you exactly as you are, but I'm actually starting to like you a bit because this has been a ride. And that's kind of where I am. I'm like, oh, you're not so bad. You're not so bad, despite the Yelp reviews. Okay, let's go ahead and shift into this card because it keeps bothering me. This is from the Rumi Oracle, and it's Wednesday, but like this feels like energy not for the whole rest of September at all. This feels like from now until the new moon. Okay, we have our new moon happening on Monday, and our call is going to be on Monday night. Everybody has voted for that. If you do not have my app, it is Inner Sanctum. You can find it at innersanctum.me to register appropriately. If you just download the app and you register through the app, it doesn't go right into my system, and so you miss some stuff, even if you're just a free member. So just remember that you want to go on innersanctum.me on the internet and register that way. You'll get all kinds of information and all the things I'm doing, and you can join as a BFF if you want to join our Moon Magic call. So that's going to be on Monday at 6 p.m. and it's going to be the new moon. Okay. So again, it's been quite a cycle. So we're going to do some stuff for that. But this card is going to be for now up until that energy. So from now until Sunday night is what I'm feeling for this one. And after we do this collective card, I will hop on over here and we will do your sensory card pulls. Okay. Yeah, it's been a rough run. It's been a rough one, Melissa. Hey, Shelly. All right, nobody's missed anything. Hi, Jacinda. Okay, let's see. I'm like so curious. Yes, everything's always Eastern for me, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, if you are registered on the app through innersanctum.me, you'll get push notifications about it and information on how to join. You can become a BFF member for free, like for 5 days. They give you a 5-day, trial period, and then you'll be able to do the moon call and see if you like it, and see if it's something you're into. Let's see why you wouldn't be into it. Okay, Melissa, I'm so doing that. Thank you. I love that idea. All right, so I have this card for you guys, and then we'll move on to sensory card pulls. Whew, the energy just got so weird just now. Whew. All right, so it's number 3. It's the Dissolving Light from the Rumi Oracle deck. I will post this on the app, on the Coffee and Magic. And I probably will read it there if it's something important. Let's see what it says. Let me just get to it. All right. I died as a mineral and became a plant. I died as a plant and rose to animal. And I became human. Why should I fear anything when I was ever less by dying? Okay. There is a light so intense, so powerful, that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful, it is beyond duality of light and dark, and cannot ever be distinguished or diminished, and quite simply, beyond all logic, just is. Certainly, no lie or deception, no boundary or defense can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though you seek the divine and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you completely, utterly, without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie or deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may know what that deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become freer, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come, and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being so that it may have its way with you. The divine wishes to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so, the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white hot field of its passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you cast aside the layers of clothing you require in the winter. This is natural. You do not think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of the great spiritual sun. What cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving into the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here is your guidance, sweet lover of the great beloved. Give it up, the smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or aren't going to work out. This is all paltry attempt at truth. You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you, a truth with a capital T. Truth, love, trust, surrender. This is all about sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire in your sacred heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to see and know yourself. Others and particular life circumstances may seem very different now. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately, this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. So, should I just go now? Should we be done? Holy shit. Okay. Just give you a second. Okay. it is scary to leap, but like the energy now is kind of past that point. Um, it doesn't matter if you leap or don't, basically, is what the energy is expressing to us, because either you give it or it'll just be burned away. So, and trust me, the burning away is intense. Okay, well, I like it. I will do that again. I'm going to read this again. So if you gosh, I don't even hear it anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I try so hard with that smoke detector. If you would like to hear me read this again, like not in here, I will have this on the Coffee and Magic page, and it's available to Bessies and BFFs. So if you're one of those members, you'll have a little sound clip later on. I think I've got readings all morning, but I'll try to squeeze it in between them to just have that for you guys. Jump over to some card pulls for you guys, some sensory. We're going to do different bodies of water this morning, which I think is also kind of appropriate because it's a whole lot of water happening over here today in this area, and I know in a lot of places. So, okay. Woo. All right, so bodies of water. We're going to go, I mean, obviously, okay, hold on a second. We're doing bodies of water, different bodies of water. Babbling brook, a koi pond, and the ocean. Babbling brook, koi pond, ocean. If you don't know what we're doing, we're about to start sensory card pulls. So I'm giving you 3 things to choose from. You pick which one resonates most with you. Doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense, just like what are you feeling? Pop it in the comments. You're allowed to pick more than one if you want. And then that will determine which card pull is for you. So again, Babbling Brook, Koi Pond, or Ocean. So drop your choices. I know a lot of my friends here are just gonna say all 3. And that's cool. That's fine. And I will just go ahead and start shuffling these cards. Yeah, we have a lot of all 3 today. All the waters, the different waters. And yes, gosh, thank you guys for complimenting my hair. I should not style it more often, I guess. I was rushing yesterday, so I just had time to wash it. I had to run right out of the house. And all right. On Babbling Brooks. What is that? Koi Pond. I think that's a koi pond. Koi pond. Okay, what am I choosing? Thank you. I'm going to pick all 3 as well today. Oh my God, Tiffany said my dreams were very vivid and I felt like it was a bad Lifetime movie. I've been feeling that same, I literally said that, bad Lifetime movie this morning as how I referred to my life, as a bad Lifetime movie. And, you know, no offense to those of you who really like them. I get that it's a cult following, but it's not my jam. Do you know what else is weird, guys? Today, I don't have any red streaks in my hair. This is the filter that usually gives me those red streaks, and I don't see them. That's weird. So you're picking from 3 different types of water so that I can pull cards for you. So choose whatever feels most resonant for you. If your choices are Babbling Brook, Koi Pond, or Ocean, and you can pick more than one if you want to. So whichever one resonates, and I'm shuffling, and then you're gonna get a card reading for whichever water you choose. I'm choosing all 3, so you can do that for sure. All right. All right. Yeah, that's what I figured. This card wasn't in here. Let's see. Okay, we're good. Well, hi, welcome, Miss Medusa. All right, you guys good? You locked and loaded? You have your cards picked? You're choosing from Babbling Brook, Koi Pond, and Ocean. All right, let's do it. Also, quick reminder, our moon call is Monday, the 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, it's September now, and I have an in-person and streaming live event happening on the 25th of September. It's going to be a live activation. It's going to be super fun. So you may want to join. If you're in the York, PA area, you can join in person. Otherwise, you have a streaming option that you can join as well. And you can find info for that on my website. You can also find info for that in the app and under the events tab. Okay, so there you go. All right, if you picked Babbling Brook, here it comes. Fuck's sake. I can see how this is going to go this morning. All right, so if you picked Babbling Brook, and I picked all three, so just reminding myself of this situation, you have, oh no, it's okay, Bex, you didn't miss it. I'm going to tell you right now. You're choosing from Babbling Brook, Koi Pond, or Ocean. Babbling Brook, Koi Pond, Ocean. Got it? And I just pulled for Babbling Brook, so go ahead and quickly choose. I don't want to skew your choices by letting you know what it's gonna say. Oh Lord. Okay, got it. All right, so if you picked Babbling Brook, these are your cards. You have the fear card and the love card. This is gonna be such a fun story. Trust me, like I just know it. So here it is. So fear and love actually hold hands wonderfully, right? Because in order to give yourself into the love feeling, you have to get past the fear feeling, right? And lots of us have been hurt by love. I have actually something to say about that, which I hope that it's okay. I'm getting so many weird messages about this card. Hold on a second. Okay. So if you picked Babbling Brook, they're saying that you may not actually, like what you've been calling love is not actually love. What you've been calling love is a conditional relationship, a codependent relationship, lack mentality, and trauma responses. So they're saying that this is time. It's time now to start to recognize that the love that you're seeking is an old paradigm of love. It's an old, distant form of what we've been calling love. Love is not obsession. Love is not compulsive. Love is not needy and grabby and I'll die without you. Because at its core, love requires you first to find that within yourself. And until you find that within yourself, you are actually not capable of really loving another person. And so, there's that. So what's happening is the fear card's coming in because you're kind of figuring that out. Because you're like, oh, I've heard this before. But you're like, no, that sounds terrible. Who would love me? Blah, blah, blah. All your stuff is coming out. It's scary to do that, right? It's scary to love yourself. It's scary to just jump into that space. But if you picked Babbling Brook, the time is now to do this because you're being presented with so many opportunities to love all around you. There's so many opportunities for it. And you want to do it. You want to experience this elevated form of love that starts from loving yourself first. And I feel like this has been coming up for a minute, but just think about it. Just think about it for yourself and what that means. And are you really so scared of what you'll find when you start to love yourself that you don't want to play this game? Because this is fun. This will be really fun and it opens up so much. So if you chose Babbling Brook, this is your marching orders to start to love yourself just a little more deeply and be really serious about it. And then allow yourself to open up that love and extend it out and know that you absolutely never lose by doing that. You lose from the fake love. The fake love drains you because that's what it is. It's a draining energy. This kind of love, it's like an Energizer battery. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's your Babbling Brook situation. Whew. Okay, next up is the Koi Pond. Let's see what that has to say. All right, koi pond people, which is a lot of you guys, because I think a lot of people picked all 3 of these today. Does the love thing resonate for you though? Did that make sense for you? Made sense for me, but it was annoying. Koi pond. Jesus. Okay. I feel like it's a Monday today. That's like, well, I guess it's the first of the month, so I shouldn't be super surprised. All right. So, koi pond. Lady of the Lake again is here, and the letting go is here. This is an interesting message for you guys, and I want to just point out she's been really coming through a lot, huh? Have you noticed that? All right, so here's your story if you chose the koi pond. Just like the Rumi card was saying, there are things you need to let go. And what's happening right now is a really tense thing, because it's like you're moving like this, you're going up and something's pulling you down at the same time. So you're creating a massive tension point between these 2 directions that you're fighting with yourself. And the Lady of the Lake is here to remind you that you're trying to step up into this highest iteration of yourself. But in order to do that, you can't continue holding on to low density things that you can't hold on to the things that make you feel terrible about yourself. You can't hold on to the ideas and thought forms that say that you're not good enough. It doesn't, like, that doesn't work. You can't do this and also do this. You can't do both things. So you can't be this amazing, divine, majestic creature who loves herself and who believes in herself, while at the same time holding on to toxic relationships, toxic ideas, and anything else that is dragging you down. Those 2 things do not work together. So again, let it go. Just let it fucking go, because it's enough already. This is going to keep happening for you. It's going to feel very tense. You're going to be wanting to pop Advil all the time because your head's going to be hurting, because you are literally fighting your own greatness. Yes. Yeah, it's the Blue Jays. They love to scream outside my window during this call. So if you picked koi pond, just let go. And I have somebody here asking, what if it's family? And here's the thing. It's usually family, right? It's not no one can really drag you down unless they have access to a part of you. Your family knows how to get in there, right? And it's been a rough year for families, like really rough year for families, because you start to realize that, like, a lot of the behaviors that you've normalized are incredibly toxic the more that you learn what a toxic behavior is. And then you're like, well, fuck, now what do I do? This is a you decision. This is a you choice. This is not a me to tell you what to do kind of thing. But I will say that in talking to so many of you for the past couple years, this is always a trend. We know this, right? These are the people who have access to all of the deep, emotional, vulnerable parts of you. So, of course, it's your family. Of course it is. Who else? It's not the guy down at the gas station, right? So let's be honest. And let's also start making some choices that put us first for a change. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the people who are most toxic to us, they are not actually receiving anything helpful from us through that toxicity. It's like a loop of trauma, right? Hurt people hurt people. It is what it is. And we don't need to hold grudges, but we do need to make decisions that allow us to have our space and our oxygen so that we can heal and we can make different decisions. A lot of us are literally that proverbial black sheep in our family who came here to do lineage healing. And in order to do lineage healing, you have to make different choices. And when you make different choices, you are going to get shut out, shut down, alienated, and all of those things. It's part of what it is. You have to trust your heart and go with what feels most resonant with you in the moment, and fuck the rest. Don't listen to me if what I'm saying doesn't make sense to you. Don't listen to anybody else if what they're saying doesn't make sense to you. You run all your decisions through your own body and you make your own decisions, okay? But that's what's happening with these cards. So that's the koi pond. And last but not least is the ocean. It's been so cheerful this morning, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Bex. Exactly. Yes, these are 100% you decisions. Exactly, Jacinda. So there's that, right? All right, oceans. Oof, what is going on this morning? I just felt another one. I'm gonna have to drink water today. Everybody should drink water today too. I'm gonna really make an effort to drink water, not just coffee and wine. I'm gonna drink wine too. Not this morning, but I'll drink it later. All right, anyway, it's my Wednesday. Let's do the ocean. Oh, shit. Fuck. Okay, so the ocean snuck me because it snuck me with 3 cards this morning. So this is a lot. Guys, thank you for being here with me and listening to me. Sometimes I hear myself and I'm like, I can't believe people are listening to me on the internet. Okay. All right. You know what I mean? It's like I'm living my best life over here. Thank you. Okay, here's the ocean card. Oh, I'm like sweating now. All right, are you ready for this? Okay, it's the cat. You're gonna love this one. I'm gonna show you what the words say. It's the butterfly, and it's the hawk. I've been getting the hawk a lot too. Okay. So listen. Okay, there. Calm down. All right. So the cat is all about boundaries. Boundaries. The cat is literally about independence and creating healthy boundaries. Can you even with that? So what's the story here besides what we literally were just talking about? Boundaries save lives, first of all. I feel like I did a workshop about this not that long ago. Boundaries save lives. Guess who doesn't like a boundary? Energy vampires hate a boundary. Narcissists hate a boundary. Anybody who has been siphoning off your juju for free is going to hate a boundary. So the easiest way to tell who in your life is full of shit is to create a boundary. And then they'll say, oh my God, you're such a bad person. You must not love me anymore. How could you do that? And then you're like, oh no, should I not have done that? But actually what you should be saying is, woo, you got problems and I've got boundaries. Okay? So think about cats. I know a lot of you really like them, some more than others. And the thing about cats that we love so much is that cats don't give a fuck, right? They sure don't. The cat comes first. Now, that cat may love you so much, but if that cat doesn't feel like coming when you call, I don't think that cat's coming, right? And if that cat thinks it's time for a nap and you think it's time to play, that cat's taking a nap and you'll have to hold your playtime for later. Do you know what I'm saying? Get more to be like a cat, because we don't love cats less for their healthy boundaries and for putting themselves first. In fact, we respect them more. You know? We respect them more. We're like, damn, That's an independent creature, and I respect it, and I'm going to serve this creature now and give him all the things that he wants, right? Would you like a new cushy bed, young sir? Yeah, that's how we treat them, and that's actually what happens to you when you create healthy boundaries. You become the cat in the relationship, and everybody else is like, well, damn, I kind of enjoy this. All right. Do you know what I'm saying? And the other thing is about cats with their healthy boundaries is that if your cat comes over to you and wants to snuggle, you know they really want to fucking snuggle, right? You have no worries at all that your cat is doing anything that your cat does not want to do because they don't do that, right? So be like that. Be the cat. Because here's the thing, there is nothing better, right, than being in a group of people and knowing 100% that each one of those people would like to be nowhere else than with you. And you know that when you've surrounded yourself with only people who have healthy boundaries because they don't do things that their energy doesn't want them to do. And it takes time to develop that muscle because most of us don't even know we have that muscle, right? We're such fucking people pleasers. It's like, well, what can I do to make you more comfortable at the complete risk and total decimation of my own self worth, right? But that's okay. We're moving out of that now. It's not your job to make everybody else comfortable. I don't know if you knew that, but we're not everybody's flight attendant, you know? So it's not your job. You be comfortable. You be comfortable. And you will find those people. You know, it takes a minute. It takes a minute, but there's nothing better than to not worry about that anymore and to just show up as yourself and stay that way. So there's your cat, ocean people. Are you ready for the butterfly? Oh, look, there's the butterfly. Okay, so traditionally, we all know what the butterfly means, but we're not feeling that today. The interesting thing that's coming through with this butterfly card for you guys this morning. Ooh, and I gotta wrap this up. I think I have a 9:30. The thing about this butterfly is the word coming through is fragility. Okay. Beauty is fleeting. It's fragile. It's not solid. Like visual beauty, right? It's like, oh, what a gorgeous flower. When you see a gorgeous flower, don't you really appreciate that? Because you just know somewhere inside of you, you just have that feeling, right? Like that's the most beautiful flower ever because it's never going to happen again because that particular flower is only going to be there for a very short amount of time. So I'm going to fully immerse myself and enjoy the pleasure of that flower because it's here in the now moment. That is what the butterfly is actually trying to do now. When you see something or feel something or in an experience that is beautiful, be in that experience and don't allow anything to detract from how gorgeous the present moment is because it's never going to be that again. And I don't mean that in like a threatening existential way. It's just a fact. So be in there. Enjoy it. Enjoy the taste, the texture, the smell, all of it. Pay attention to the details like you're writing a fucking novel, okay? Because that's how you enjoy life, right? And that's how you appreciate the now moment. It's gratitude. Your last card is the hawk. And this one's telling you two things. Well, it's a lot of messages today, guys. Big shock. But this is telling you two things. One, remember that you always have the opportunity to pull out and have a bird's eye view of a situation. When you feel yourself getting bogged down in the minutia and overwhelmed by the things, pull out and see a bigger picture and understand there always is a bigger picture, right? In addition, the hawk is also reminding you that you are constantly in connection with spirit. And should you need motivation, affirmation, validation, a sign, connect with spirit for those things. Don't ask other people for your validation. Connect with source and allow that to come through. You're allowed to ask for whatever you need. I need a sign. You'll get it. Just stay open to it. The hawk is there to remind you that this is something that you have. You have this ability to ask and receive. Okay, I know, Krista, I know. Every time I say pull out, I want to say that. And for some reason, I've been trying really hard not to be like a 12-year-old boy, but thank you for doing that. It makes me feel better. All right, so there's your thing for this morning. Happy September. Sorry for the lecture. Sorry, not sorry. I don't mean it. I think we just use that word and we don't know what it means anymore. But it was good. It was interesting. I'll read this card and it'll be posted on the Coffee and Magic at some point today. I'll send a push notification. If you don't have my app, please go get it. Innersanctum.me to register. And then you'll have all the things on there and we can connect better. And new updates are coming out for the app, guys, that are going to allow us to use it as a message board, just like the Facebook group. So you guys can post things. We can have thread discussions and like all of that. So that is coming for the app really, 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 really soon, like this month. And that'll be fun. Moon Calls Monday. I love you guys. Reach out if you need anything. I don't think I'm opening up any more readings for this week, but definitely next week I will. So I'll send you out a push notification when those open. I love you. Mwah. Okay, I'm going to X out of Instagram and hope it does not eat my video. Cross your fingers. Let's do it. Ending. Share. God, stupid phone. Okay, I think it's okay. Maybe it's not. All right. Goodbye, everybody watching on YouTube. I love you. And